to episode 6 of Outrage Control. Tonight I'll be flying solo, so this is Kayla, Writer Chaos, here to talk football, entertainment, might even yell at our Carolina Panthers a little bit, definitely talking wrestling, recapping, have so much stuff going on tonight that I would love to talk about, and, thank you so much, Tim, for tuning in. Thank you, Dylan, also. What's good? Have a great show. Thank you. Sorry about your Saints today. I heard that they lost. Justin, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Graydon, thank you so much. Wow, all these comments are just like popping up like it froze or something. Keep wanting one of the worst to fist pick. KPG, thank you for so much. Yeah, Dylan, I'm going to get into them here in shortly. Yeah. So Clemson Tigers had a bye week this week. They basically are preparing, I guess, next week for Miami Hurricanes, which is no big deal. They might need it, the way I feel like every team that they've played against this week has been played against this year, has been revenge. They passed Syracuse, which is a good thing. So hopefully they'll come back and have a good mindset, be able to pass the Miami Hurricanes. They are playing in Miami. And Miami is kind of weird because the Miami Hurricanes, I always laugh because their mascot is a duck, which are supposed to hurricane. Bump Boys, thank you so much. What's up, Kayla? Keep my seat warm. Marcus, thank you so much for tuning in. So with that being true, there's not really much anything to say about Clemson right now because they're preparing for their next. So this topic is for Dylan because he said, how about those Carolina Panthers? Carolina Panthers went 0-6. People had told me that they got new coaching staff. They got, some of the good players, but I'm not seeing it. I don't know what has gotten into them. But I do know they were literally winning 14-0 today. Like always, they get ahead, they get a win, and I just hate that they get so far ahead of themselves. They get cocky, and then they start losing the game, and then they lost tremendously today. I'm afraid it's going to eventually happen that it's going to end up another head coach firing. I hate to say it. A lot of people says don't say that. They normally will. From my understanding, the new owner, David Tepper, happens just to be like, I don't know how to describe him. He's not a Jerry Richardson. And Jerry Richardson was the original owner of the Carolina Panthers. And I felt like he was a little lenient. He gave people chances. But this new owner, he comes in, he does business. You don't progress, you're out the door. I personally never got to meet Jerry Richardson before he passed. But I've known people that met him and said he was the most legit, amazing guy that you could ever meet. What's the next step for Carolina as far as management? Are we going to get a new head coach? More than likely, yeah. Because an 0-6 season, that's not good. Dylan is always saying how his Saints are not doing good and stuff. Bears may not be doing good, but you guys got wins. Carolina don't. They're sitting there with a double goose egg. Not a double goose egg. That'd be horrible if they didn't even have losses. But they're just sitting there 0-6, the worst in the NFC South. So hopefully maybe we'll get the win. Who knows? We might get our first win after the bye week against Texans. So I don't know. I give up on them. If anybody has any ideas how to still have faith in them, please reach out to me at Writer Chaos because I even think I have some bad issues gone with them. And Mama in the house, thank you so much, Mom, for tuning in. I know she probably feels the same way about the Carolina Panthers. I don't think she's burned the merch yet, but I think she's in the same position as I am right now. What to think of Carolina. She knows it, that they can get ahead and then they'll just drop the lead and then lose. I guess it's just a Panthers thing. I don't know if anybody else's teams does that. Mine does, but it's crazy how it is. Ryder Chaos, you're a fan, always a fan. Yeah, I know, but it's hard. Take them as good as bad. Yeah, it's hard, but yeah, it's hard. You just it's hard at times to root for your team when you want them to win. You want them to win a Super Bowl. You want them to win the championship. But hey, I guess, hey, who knows? 25 years from now, Carolina Panthers might win their first Super Bowl. But at this point, I don't know. Let's skip over some baseball. Atlanta Braves season was over the other night when they lost to the Phillies, which congratulations to the Phillies. However, the Braves did end up having one of the best records in Major League Baseball. They were 1-4, 58. They had a phenomenal season. I wish them the best, and I do wish the Phillies the best. In, because other team, I think we got Astros and Rangers still going. So basically, right now it's anybody's go. Tim says, laughing, yeah, as a Bears fan, it's hard. I get it. Yeah. I feel my Patriots lost to a drop 1-5 to Raiders. Football is just really not, I don't know. Football has its ups and downs, really. Do you thinking? But it's, I don't know. But as far as the Phillies and the Braves go, I'm happy for the Braves. They had a good season. Like I said, really don't want to root against really anybody here. I know a lot of our fanatics at the Fanatics Network are Philly fans. I know Jolie over Queen's Takeover. She's a Phillies fan. Then I got Kat. She's a Astros fan. So when they ask me who you rooting for, I don't want to root for either one because I can't make everyone happy. So that's regular season baseball is becoming meaningless as all the 100 wins teams lost. For real. Thank you, JD, First Lady, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Y'all check out the WrestleBread podcast on Thursdays. She always gives her great takes. Also, make sure you check out the Tim King show as well. But sports, who likes sports? I'm just kidding. No. NXT. NXT basically went one-on-one, battle it out with the AEW Dynamite last Tuesday. We had Undertaker, we had Paul Heyman, we had John Cena. Cody Rhodes was the special GM or special guest GM for NXT that night. And he announced Dusty Rhodes Classic. He announced female breakout. He announced male breakout superstars. And, the brackets and everything is, well, we don't know who the bracket for Dusty Rhodes is yet. The male and female are obviously going to be, phenomenal. Can't wait to see it. There is so much talent down in NXT. We even saw the Jade showing up in NXT. Everything is basically it's heating up for NXT. It always has heat up for NXT. I felt like ever since they got rid of the NXT 2.0, that's when things basically just, fell back in place. It's always been the black and gold. I feel like the whole NXT 2.0 was crazy. You got the likes of Trick Williams. You got Carmelo Hayes, which might be getting called up. There's a possibility Braun Breaker might be getting called up. But, you know, there is it the fact, oh, forgot something. The Dong, if y'all watched the preview of NXT that we saw all week before it happened, we heard the bell and we're thinking, is Undertaker going to show up? Well, guess what? They answered. The Undertaker showed up, you know, and body slammed Ron Breakker. You know, I think, you know, that was a great moment. A lot of legendary talent on NXT. Obviously, a lot of people know that Tony Khan couldn't keep his mouth shut because he was going one-on-one with NXT, and apparently, I've seen the rankings, he lost. He could have chosen any other week, any day of the week. I mean, Thursdays didn't have anything. Why'd you have to go up against NXT? But hey, I don't know what he's thinking. As far as other main roster, we're back to general managers again. Adam Pearce on Friday Night SmackDown. He got promoted to just Raw general manager. He got really highly appraised from Triple H, telling him how great he's done and made him Raw general manager. Also, what was funny, I felt like that when Dominic Mysterio came out there, Triple H gave him crap. He was just like, oh, I thought they were really piping in the booing. They don't like you. You know, they really honestly don't like you. And Triple H was giving them crap. And it was funny because he was like, at the one point, he handed him the microphone. And he's just like, here, have the microphone. You know, this might help. Well, guess what? It got worse booing. So it was crazy just to see Triple H react with Dominic Mysterio. And we also got a SmackDown general manager, Nick Aldis, which came out, introduced himself, told Dominic, I am a huge fan of your father. Dominic flipped out. So Nick says, as part of my duties as SmackDown manager, it is my honor to announce the newest member of SmackDown, which was a replacement for Jey Uso, ended up being Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens automatically went out and stunned Dominic Mysterio, which, thank you so much, Kevin, for that, because no one likes Dominic. I don't know. Comments, do you like Dominic? Please tell me. Do y'all like Dominic? I mean, I know Marcus is in the chat. I know Marcus don't like Dominic. Tim, both shows were awesome. Still can't believe we saw the GOAT show up on the end of the NXT. Yes. And then the fact that they played the bell, you know, it could have been a tease. And the fact that they didn't just say, oh, we're just going to play the bell for the heck of it. It's the fact he showed up. He showed up on NXT on his motorcycle as the badass Undertaker that he is, because Braun Breaker thought he was the badass. But hey, if you think you can take Undertaker, I think I'm good. I'll sit that one out. I'll automatically just tap out. I'm not going to give him a chance to take me out. So happy to finally see the return of general managers. Crazy to see Nick Aldis in WWE. Yes, I'm actually happy for him. And it's going to be great. And of course, Tim, you love Dom. Dom was on all 3 shows this week. Yes, he was. Bump boys, get out of here. Love Dom as well. He's growing on me. No, it's not going to happen. He's not going to grow on me. I used to like him when he was with his dad, but no. That's just the same way with Austin and Grayson. They're not going to grow on me. No, sorry, not going to happen. Far as well as back to SmackDown. Chelsea Green trying to sweet butter talk Nick already, and just Nick's reactions. You can tell that Nick didn't like Chelsea. So that's not a way of making them, putting Chelsea on a good start with Nick. Then we got Charlotte. Charlotte's getting her rematch next week with Io Sky. We'll see how that pans out. Bringing Mickie James to run the women's side. Yeah, it'll be a good one. And But Kayla, what if Teddy Long makes you go one-on-one with him? I'm still just going to just lay down, Tim. I'm not going to. I'll make the Undertaker just pin me and get it over with. I don't want to be Tombstone Power Drive. I already got enough body aches as it is. I think I'll just give him the win. But yes, Teddy Long would probably try to put you in a match with it too. But as fact as also Nick Aldis, he gave the vibe he didn't like. We got Charlotte's rematch. We got the Charlotte's rematch next week with Io Sky, which probably we might have an Asuka interference. We could probably have we know we're going to have a Bayley part damage control interference somehow. It's going to be some kind of mayhem. But there is so much that they throw at us each week. And one thing that I am really looking forward to, and a lot of people will say, why are you looking forward to it? You weren't a fan. But they were teasing Charlotte Flair and Jade Cargill. I honestly, the fact that Charlotte turned around and there was Jade and Triple H is like, do you know Jade? She's like, yes, I know who you are. And they were teasing that match that it could possibly happen. When is it going to happen? I don't know. Obviously not next week unless they tried to interfere with Jade Cargill into the match next week, trying to cost her, which I don't see her doing that kind of debut. I mean, they are very highly on her because they're showing her, different things. They're bringing her on NXT. They're bringing her on Raw. They're bringing her on SmackDown. She's already got so much respect, and she hasn't even made her official in-ring debut yet. We don't even know what her theme is going to be. We don't even know what kind of character she's going to have. I mean, there are so many answers we still have. So many answers. And what about all three Queens versus Undertaker? They would probably tap out too. Yeah, I think it would honestly would just be me by the time. I don't see them helping. No offense. Cody Roman teases Jimmy J tease Jade Charlotte WrestleMania. Yep, Cody Roman was definitely teased. Jimmy and Jay was teased. And yes, I think we're getting Jade and Charlotte at WrestleMania for sure. And I'm pretty sure Charlotte will put her over. Still feels a rush and everything with Jade. Yeah, I mean, it feel like every time that tweet that came out from some of the dirt sheets that said they're going to rush everything, which it's going to happen in a rush. So I don't know. By end of this year, we might have Jade as a champion. I've stated this on the Queen's Takeover that we could possibly maybe have her come in and introduce like a mid-card women's title. I don't know if they would do that and make her the first champion because I feel like there's other women on the roster that would deserve it more than she would. Not that she wouldn't kill it. But yeah, just JD, hope they don't lose momentum when booking her after a year. Honestly, I hope not either because they brought, like right now, the momentum for that is so high right now that I hope it don't just fall off the face of the earth because it's being rushed, like Justin said. Slow down a little bit. Don't always, have to push, something so hard. But I don't know. Maybe I know for sure Triple H is going to take care of her. But I don't know. Temple plays. Logan Paul called out Rey Mysterio at the Misfits boxing event. PSK has got robbed. Yeah. And Temple, that's what I'm afraid of. I've known multiple times and seen that they want Logan Paul to come in and eventually win a title with WWE just to say he's won one. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say this, with everything going on with LWO and, Carlito being hurt, Escobar and Ray, I don't think they're going to break up LWO right now. They're only going to continue to build that so Carlito will get, build up and get revenge on the bloodline. But unfortunately, I do think Bray is going to lose the title to Logan Paul. And only for someone to turn around and beat the crap out of Logan Paul. I'm not a huge fan of Logan Paul. If you listen to the Queen's Takeover, you would know that. But honestly, him winning would, I don't know, I just completely sold on Logan Paul winning the United States Championship. Yeah, sure, why not? But I have a feeling it's going to happen. Is it going to happen at Crown Jewel? I don't know. Half Survivor Series? I don't know. Is it just going to be a random SmackDown he shows up on? I don't know. But yeah, he'll get that title, and hopefully he don't take it away and run away with it. Hopefully he'll defend the title. I mean, other than that, SmackDown has been great. The Grayson Austin Theory tag team is not growing on me, but I'm actually enjoying it. LA Knight and John Cena still killing it. But what gets me, I absolutely love the packages that they're bringing towards for Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, because we hadn't seen them forever when they lost the titles to Ronda and Shayna. Now that they're bringing them back and bringing this witchy kind of thing, back with them and making it evil and crazy, I'm intrigued to see that and what's going to happen. There is just so much happening right now that it keeps you on the edge of your seat. A movie that keeps the edge of your seat, and a movie that is going to keep showing you what's going to happen. It's like a cliffhanger. And that's one thing Raw and SmackDown's been doing with cliffhanger. Jack Sabre Jr. versus Ospreay Royal Quest 2 was lacking ridiculously good. I saw clips. SmackDown was fantastic again. Yes, Tim, it was. And yes, they are glowing. Don't lie. No, they're not growing there. No. Grayson Waller and Austin's not there yet. I refuse to support that yet. Yeah, no. It's not happening. But talk about the name of the episode. Holy Shida. Holy Shida, like I had said, NXT and AEW Dynamite went 1-on-1 on Tuesday. Tony Khan obviously lost in the rankings, obviously, because I've seen it all over Twitter. Papa H and we trust. Yes. Hopefully we can trust him in some other things too. So, but as far as Holy Shida goes, Dynamite was good. Had a lot of, moments that you wanted to see. Obviously we saw the recalculation of a possible Hangman versus Swerve Strickland, which was good. But Holy Shida was way surprised. Yes. I'm going to jump into that one. Shida. Man, she went on 1-on-1 with Saraya for the AEW Women's World Championship. In my opinion, I believe that she should have never lost it. But she made history on Tuesday because she became the first ever 3-time AEW Women's World Champion. And that is a history-making moment for her, because what's funny, the second time that Toni Storm lost the title, she basically used the spray, the mist, or the paint. What happened? Shida kicked out and conquered. Well, this happened on Tuesday. Spray paint got involved. I yelled, Shida, kick out. Guess what happened? Shida kicked out. And we crowned a new 3-time Women's World Champion. And obviously Saraya was not happy. I mean, can you blame her? But with that being true, I am so happy of that history-making moment for her. She well deserves it. Maybe she'll keep this title a little bit longer. Hopefully she'll keep it as far as when Jamie Hayter comes back, and maybe Jamie will rightfully get her title back. Or, I don't know, just a little fantasy booking. Just there's so much talent, that could possibly be the one to take it off Shida. I don't know, maybe put Britt Baker in there, Nyla Rose or somebody. I would say Chris Statlander, but Statlander's currently busy defending that TBS championship. I mean, she's been killing it left and right. She had one hell of a match on Collision against Sky Blue. Maybe, push her towards the well, actually, because Sky Blue take the TBS and push it towards maybe towards the AEW Women's World Title. Because as a huge fan, I believe that she still deserves that. Temple Place, seeing that we are going to be pushing Karrion Kross in the AOP, are in talks to work with him. And I would be okay with that. AOP would be one domination, and to put them with Karrion Kross, whew, nobody would want to mess with him. Nobody wants to mess with Kross and Scarlett now. I can only imagine what would happen if they were there. I saw that too about Kross. I'm excited to get the feel back on TV. Yep. Paul Ellering and Scarlett with Kross and AOP would be fire. Yes. Yes, yes. Man. Timbo, that's great. I love that. Paul Ellering, Scarlett with Kross, AOP. Man. That would be one domination. That would be the team that'd be taking over Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. Well, probably more SmackDown, unless I don't think they'll be switching anybody around. But put them on SmackDown and put them with Kross. If that's what they're working on, I'm all for it. Justin, so happy Shida won the women's championship back. Saraya doesn't wrestle enough, but she got her moment at Wembley, so it's the right decision to have Shida win to get the title on TV more. Yes, Saraya got her moment. That's what's more important. She got her comeback story. It may not have been the comeback story that she wanted, but she definitely got that moment. And I'm super happy for her. I could not be even more happier for her. Temple Play has no idea why they're hot potato the titles again in AEW. Aren't a fan. Yeah, hot potato titles are not fun. But I feel like if you don't want someone to have a title, don't hot potato it back. Keep it a while. But I guess they feel like they want to change things up. Whatever. As far as title changes, we were supposed to on Tuesday. We were supposed to get AEW International Championship. Rey Fenix defending the title against Jon Moxley. Well, it got noted on Tuesday backstage with Tony Schiavone and Tony Khan that Jon Moxley was not able to compete because he was not cleared. Well, with that being true, Hook came up. Tony was saying, anybody that wants to take the challenge, please let me know. Well, Hook came up and said, hey, if anybody deserves that match, it's Orange Cassidy, because Orange never got his rematch, which is technically true. Orange lost to Mox at All Out, gave his damn best, only for him to lose the title. And he knew it because he couldn't take it no more. He flipped him off for the last Death Rider, and his title was ended. His title reign of 300 some days was ended. And the crowd and the fans was so far behind him on that. That is what made the moment special. Well, when Orange came up, Tony asked him, do you want your rematch? And Orange is like, fine, sure, yeah, whatever. And he's like, do you not want it? Orange is like, yeah, I'll take it. I don't know what it is, but the day that he walked out, Tuesday when he walked out with his book bag, I looked at my mom and I said, he has the book bag. He's hoping to get this title back. And I said, this is the moment he's going to get the title back, because why else would you just carry an empty book bag out? So I felt it was great for him to get his rematch. Rey put on one heck of a match. And then the fact Orange became the first ever two-time AEW International Champion was a moment for me of being as fan as Orange Cassidy. I believe the fans loved it as well. I hate the title didn't last as long as it did with Rey Fenix. But Orange got his moment again and brought the title, because when we first went in, I had that feeling that we were going to get our first ever 2-time AEW International Champion anyway, because I had that feeling that Mox was going to win anyway. So when he basically came around and couldn't wrestle, it went back to Orange. So that was already the plan, to basically give the title back to either Mox, but Mox couldn't repeat, so it went back to Orange, which I'm happy. So I'm going to rant on Tony here a little bit. Tony, you've lately been doing what fans want, but you're not completely there yet. You will basically need to do one thing to make the fans happy. Your current AEW World Tag Team Champions, Big Bill and Ricky Starks. Okay. Whatever the deal with FTR is right now, that's their business. But answer me, why hasn't Chuck and Trent, are the best friends, have titles? If you know the clan, 2 out of 4 has titles, except for Chuck and Trent. They deserve it, and I want to see them as tag team champions. I think that's where you need to work on that. And then, obviously some of the female division is not where it needs to be as well. You need to work on that. It's crazy how some of that things AEW is going with not AEW. Wow. AEW is doing. I'm so happy celebrating drinking some orange juice. Haha. Justin says, awesome seeing Orange Cassidy win International Championship, and in the end I have a feeling it's going to end up back on Mox, so maybe we'll get a triple threat when Mox finally gets cleared. Yeah, because Mox ain't going down like that. Is this a heel turn for OC? I don't know. I hope not, because he's been with the best friends for so long. They've had his back for so long. They recently just released a new shirt for them, so hopefully that's definitely not a heel turn for Orange Cassidy. I think I would cry if he went heel. I don't even know. Jack Perry will beat Mox or Orange for the international title. Sadly, Tim, I think that is going to happen. That's who will be. It's going to play hot potato again, eventually get back to Jack Perry for a real title, solo title. Justin, both WWE and AEW having makeshift teams as tag team is so bizarre. For real. Look at WWE. We got Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. You throw in Natalya and Tegan Nox together, which is not bad. Ricky Starks and Big Bill. That's kind of crazy. Hey, I guess if they work together well, put them as a tag team. But I don't know. I don't know. Makeshift teams as tag champions it's kind of weird. It's just like you got so many tag teams out there that deserve to be tag team champions, but you have, somebody off the wall that you would never imagine being a tag team. Like in a million years, you've seen what happened between MJF and Adam Cole, and what happened? They ended up becoming Ring of Honor tag team champions together, which is crazy altogether. So Jack Perry beating MJF for the A one time seems very interesting for me some reason. That would be interesting. Push one of the pillars to the top, get the title. That would be a real good, obviously. If they're going to keep doing makeshift, bring back Mixed Match Challenge. For WWE, yes, they do need to bring back Mixed Match Challenge. I love that. They ended it after 2 seasons. I don't remember where Asuka and Miz went for theirs, but I remember R-Truth won with Carmella the second season, and he picked the WWE headquarters for their trip of anywhere they could go, and Carmella was so upset with them. Trust me, I would be upset too if someone told me, hey, you can go anywhere you want to go, and they choose the place I work at. I'll be like, really, dude? Out of all the things you could have gone to, you pick that. Ortiz and Santana feud needs to be on Dynamite and Collision instead of Rampage. I'm like this a lot. Another team that should have been tag team champions. I do agree, Temple. Temple Place. I do agree. Ortiz and Santana should also have been another team that have had the titles. I mean, obviously the Young Bucks has had them. The Acclaim has had them. FTR's had them. Lucha Bros has had them. Now you got Ricky Starks and oh shoot, dude. I want to call you Big Cass, but you're Big Bill. Sorry, dude, I couldn't remember your name. With them, I mean, Santana and Ortiz deserves them. Most definitely, Best Friends deserves them. Honestly, at this point, Jungle Express had them as well. Jurassic Express, sorry. Which was Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy at the time. Got them. I mean, there's so many tag teams that's already had them, but I feel like there's like two that really hasn't got the chance yet. For some reason, I know eventually it's going to end up going to the Blackpool Combat Club, which I really don't want to say that. But hey, Blackpool Combat Club don't have any titles right now, so they're probably belt thirsty, if that's how you want to say it. But yeah, who likes horror? If you haven't checked out Scarlett and Shotzi's Chamber of Horrors, you need to check it out. It's on YouTube, the WWE channel. There is so much investigation going on. The first ever episode was with Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley, which was really good. They did a haunted jail. The second episode was with Cross. That one was quite interesting. The third one I have not watched the third one yet, which one had the OC of Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. I don't remember the location, but I heard it was a really good episode. And when I get off stream, I'm definitely probably going to watch it before I go to bed because I've actually loved Shotzi and Scarlett with this episode. And to make it even fun, let me pull up my phone here real quick. Scarlett would normally just tease us of what the next episode was. Just a little hint, such and such. They also had Grayson Waller. I don't know if I said Grayson Waller, but anyway, they released the remaining schedule just to give you a little idea if you guys want to check this out on your paranormal investigation. The next one is going to be at the Penthouse Asylum with Drew McIntyre. It's going to be on one. They're going to have Isla Dawn, Alba Fire, and Kayla Braxton at the Lizzie Borden House. And Bailey's going to be at the Winchester Mystery House, which I'm intrigued to see how Bailey reacts to craziness. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in horror, which is going to be also phenomenal. Man, and I don't know how Kayla Braxton is with scary ghosts and stuff. But I'm intrigued to see how this remaining season ends. Like I said, if you like, investigation, go check it out. It's only like 25 minutes. It's not crazy. Miz and Asuka won the first year, lost to Carmella and Truth in year 2 in the semifinals. Yeah, Miz and Asuka won the first year. I remember that because they wanted to protect Asuka's streak at the time. So she literally had to win everything that year, including the Mixed Match Challenge. And I think the reason why Miz thought they were going to win because she had the streak going. BCC win the titles, Claudia and Shelton and Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin? You think Shelton Benjamin's going to join AEW and become part of the Blackpool Combat Club? Is that what you're saying, Temple? And Bailey. Yes, my favorite horsewoman. I love her. I don't think Io does right now, really, even though she's part of Damage Control. Yeah, so... Yeah, BC wins the titles. Okay. So, just a question, you guys. Where do you think some of these people are going to go? I mean, we've seen who's been released. I mean, Temple obviously thinks Shelton Benjamin's going to end up in AEW, which would be interesting. I mean, obviously we're going to go have something between Christian Cage and Edge or Adam Copeland, maybe. Any questions you guys want to ask? Anything you want me to know what I thought of during the week? I mean, there's so much stuff going on right now. So much storylines that's happening. Like we said before, there's so much stuff surfacing that we know he's returning, which is Cross. And it's just a matter of time before he does. And, I'm excited for every which way, WWE, AEW, SmackDown, whatever you want to watch. Heck, I'm even intrigued away some of Impact's going. I mean, wrestling is entertainment, and there's so much going on. We getting ready to start doing Crown Jewel predictions. We have so much coming up, and everything is going to start building up. And honestly, I'm ready for Survivor Series, War Games. There's heck, before we know it, we'll be selling Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble tickets go on sale next Friday. And it's just hard to believe that we're getting ready to celebrate that. Next thing you know, we're going to be at WrestleMania 40. And the reign of the Tribal Chief is going to come to the end from the American Nightmare when he finishes that story. And yes, Dolph Ziggler and Ryan in AEW. Yes, I've been wanting that ever since I found out that Ryan Nemeth was Dolph Ziggler's brother. I was just like, they got to be tag team partners. But I would like to see them win tag titles, but not before the Best Friends. I will say that. No, not going to happen. But thank you so much for tuning in. We had the Bump Boys Temple, Dylan, Marcus, JD, Tim, Justin, Graydon. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Dylan, I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight. Josh Alexander killed it in his New Japan debut. Yes, I did see that. He did kill it. That was phenomenal. Nick, thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for whoever commented. Thank you so much who decided to show up with me rant and rave about how bad my Carolina Panthers suck. I mean, how more can I get? Awesome show, Kayla. Thank you, Justin. But yeah, so that being true, I think it's time for the outrage to end. So one more comment. Who's commenting? Awesome show, Kayla. Thank you, Tim. And thank again for anybody that was in the comments. If I missed you, I do apologize. I believe I tried to announce everybody. But I would be happy. Oop, Temple, you're still going. It would be funny if Roman beats Cody again. Please, no. No. I promise you, I will not be the only one that cries. And I'll give you a funny story before I go. I have this, how can I describe it? I have this vibe when it comes to wrestling. And Kat and Jolie from the Queen's Takeover hates me for it. Like, this past year at WrestleMania when we do predictions, even when I do predictions, I always say, I get this vibe. And they're like, oh no, she's getting this vibe. Please do not get this vibe. Because why they hate it so much, I'm correct 99.9% of the time. So there's very hard of a percentage there that I'm wrong. And so when we did our predictions for WrestleMania, we got to Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. And, they both said Cody Rhodes. And I just sat there for a minute and they're like, uh-oh, it's happening. And I'm like, yeah, it's happening. And they're like, what are you thinking? And I said, unfortunately, I'm getting that vibe. I want to be wrong. Roman Reigns is retaining at WrestleMania 39. And they just literally dropped. And it was just like, and they're like, no, please be wrong, please be wrong, please be wrong. And I said, I wish I was. I want to be wrong. My heart was literally saying Cody Rhodes is going to win, but my mind was saying Roman's going to retain. And guess what? Roman freaking Reigns retained. So, yeah, when I get those vibes, I promise you, if they could, they would reach through the screen and try to strangle me. And Justin, your reaction to Roman when Roman was the same as mine. 40 just has to be the end. And I'm hoping it is. Because, like they've been saying, literally, we've been going at this for 3.5 years. It's got to come to an end. And it's just, obviously we can see, we already know that Roman's on a limited schedule as is. We can already tell that he's getting worn out and being champion. Thank goodness he finally just started carrying the one around. Him carrying all three of them was getting kind of crazy. But with that being true, I agree. It's got to come to an end at 40. No dins, no outs, no buts, no words can describe how fast it's got to come to an end. I'm the biggest Cody hater. I don't like the forced agenda. Well, yeah, there's a lot of people out there that don't believe that Cody should just come back and get what Cody wants, but hey, you gotta make the Rhodes family happy, make your dad happy. So, and it does have to come to an end, has to. Yes, Tim. I think I would literally just come on a whole episode of Outrage Control and cry live if he does not lose the title at WrestleMania. So if anybody in the chat that wants in the Fanatics Network, if you have not want to just come on that day and just cry with me, we'll go live, we'll cry together. I'm all for it. Because obviously it's got to end. It's crazy. I'm wanting Cody to win title as a heel with this black hair. Ooh. Yeah, honestly, I've not been a fan of the blonde hair. If that's something he wants to do, it's up for him. But I always liked when him has black hair. Because that's the Cody I knew when I first started wrestling. Watching wrestling. Not wrestle. I didn't wrestle. But, there's so much he can do right now. He's undisputed tag team champion with Jey Uso. Whoever thought that? He's already winning company. Well, he did win tag titles when he was in the other ones, but thanks again for the comments, you guys. Temple, Tim, Justin, Bump Boys, Graydon, everybody from the Fanatics that jumped in, Nick. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed to the Fanatics Network, please do. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok even. You can find us on Facebook. You can even find us at thefanent.com for some great content such as WrestleBread Podcast. You can find the Tim King Show. You can find Domefield Advantage. You can find the new World Elite Podcast. There is so much content that you can't, not miss, actually. Entertainment, so much. So, and if you like movies, don't forget to check out Director's Cut as well. There is so much you can do. And thank you, Dylan. I appreciate you. So with that being true, I hope you all have a good night. And this Outrage is done.